Your worth is not defined by who leaves. Too many times we measure our value by how people treat us. If they stay, we feel important. If they leave, we question our worth. But let me tell you something. Your value does not decrease because someone failed to see it. The people who walk away from you are not the judges of your potential, and their absence does not diminish your greatness. Imagine a diamond lying in the dirt. Just because it is covered in dust does not mean it stops being a diamond. It does not lose its brilliance just because someone walks past it without recognizing its worth. The same is true for you. The fact that someone left, ignored, or forgot you does not make you any less valuable. It only reveals their inability to see your true worth. Some people are only in your life for a season. Their departure is not a reflection of what you lack, but of what they were never meant to have. If they truly understood your value, they would have stayed. But because they did not, it means they were never part of the bigger plan for your life. Stop tying your self-esteem to temporary people. Stop thinking that their absence is a loss. It is not. It is a filter. It removes those who were never truly meant to be with you. You must remember this. The right people will recognize your worth without you having to prove it to them. Those who forget you were never meant to be part of your destiny. Do not waste time grieving over those who walked away. Focus on becoming the person you were created to be. Rejection is often a blessing in disguise. At first, it doesn't feel that way. It feels painful, unfair, and confusing. When someone forgets you, ignores you, or walks away, your first instinct is to ask, why? What did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough? But what if I told you that their rejection was actually your redirection? What if their absence is exactly what you needed to step into something greater? Life has a way of removing people who no longer serve your purpose, even when you don't understand it at the moment. Sometimes rejection is not meant to hurt you, but to free you. If you held on to the wrong people, you would never have room for the right ones. If you kept chasing after those who left, you would never move toward those who truly value you. Some losses are actually victories in disguise. Some goodbyes are necessary for your growth. Think about the times you wanted someone to stay, but they left anyway. Now, look back and ask yourself, was their absence really a loss? Or did it push you to become stronger, wiser, and more focused? The truth is, rejection forces you to grow. It forces you to elevate. It teaches you to depend on yourself, to build resilience, and to realize that your worth is not tied to anyone else. You must understand this: when someone forgets you, let them. When someone leaves, release them. It is not your job to convince people of your value. It is your job to step boldly into the future that is waiting for you. Their rejection is not your downfall. It is your breakthrough. Stop chasing, start elevating. Too many people waste their time running after those who have already made the decision to leave. They beg for attention. They replay past memories. They hold on to people who have already moved on. But here's the truth. If someone can walk away from you, let them go. The more you chase after those who left, the more you delay your own growth. You were not created to convince people to see your worth. The right people will recognize it without you having to prove anything. When you keep chasing someone who forgot you, you are telling yourself that their approval is more important than your self-respect. But what if instead of running after people, you ran toward your purpose? What if instead of holding on to what's gone, you stepped boldly into what's ahead? Growth requires separation. Elevation requires isolation. Sometimes the reason people leave your life is because you are outgrowing them. You are moving in a direction they cannot follow. And instead of slowing yourself down, trying to pull them along, you need to keep climbing. The higher you go, the fewer people can come with you. Think about an eagle. It does not chase after birds that cannot fly at its level. It soars higher, and those who cannot keep up simply fall away. You must do the same. Stop chasing, stop looking back, and stop begging for people to see your value. Focus on your growth. Focus on your purpose. The right people will meet you at the top, but the wrong ones will always be left behind. Let them go and step into the next level of your life. Painful goodbyes lead to powerful growth. At first, losing someone you care about feels unbearable. The silence they leave behind is loud, the absence heavy. You replay conversations, wondering what you could have done differently. But what if I told you that this pain is not a punishment, it is preparation? What if this goodbye is exactly what you needed to step into your next level? Growth is never comfortable. It often comes wrapped in disappointment, in heartbreak, in moments that feel unfair. But every time someone leaves your life, you are given a choice. Will you let this break you, or will you use it to build a stronger version of yourself? The truth is, the most powerful versions of people are forged in the fire of loss. Some of the greatest transformations happen after the deepest heartbreaks. Think about a seed. It has to be buried in the dirt, covered in darkness, before it can ever break through and grow. The same is true for you. You may feel buried under pain right now, but what if this is the exact process needed for you to rise? What if this goodbye is the very thing pushing you toward the person you were meant to become? Some people leave because their role in your story is over. Others leave because they were holding you back from reaching your full potential. Either way, their departure is not the end. It is a new beginning. Do not fear loss. Do not run from pain. Use it. Let it shape you. Let it strengthen you. Because every painful goodbye is setting you up for an even greater hello. The wrong people must leave for the right ones to arrive. Life is a journey of seasons, and not everyone is meant to walk with you forever. Some people come into your life for a short time, and when their purpose is fulfilled, they leave. But too often we hold on to relationships that have already expired, hoping to revive what is no longer meant to be. We chase people who no longer align with our growth, thinking that keeping them close will bring us happiness. But in reality, their presence is only delaying what is truly meant for us. Sometimes you are asking for better in life, but you are unwilling to let go of the lesser. You pray for meaningful relationships, but you are still entertaining people who drain you. You ask for success, but you surround yourself with those who have no vision. How can you receive what is meant for you when you refuse to release what is holding you back? Imagine trying to climb a mountain while carrying unnecessary weight. The higher you go, the heavier it feels. Eventually, you will have to make a decision: drop the weight or stop climbing. Some people are that weight. Their presence is keeping you at a lower level than where you are meant to be. They are distractions, not destiny helpers. The wrong people will always hold you down, while the right people will push you forward. Let them leave. Let them go. If someone exits your life, trust that it is for a reason. Their departure is making space for something greater. Do not be afraid to release what no longer serves you, because the right people, the ones who truly value you, will only enter your life when there is room for them. Your future demands your focus, not your past. Too many people are stuck looking back, reliving moments that can never be changed. They hold on to past relationships, old friendships, and lost opportunities, hoping that somehow things will go back to the way they were. But the truth is, you cannot move forward while holding on to what is behind you. You cannot step into your destiny while still grieving over what is gone. The past has nothing new to offer you. No matter how much you analyze it, no matter how many times you replay the memories, it will not change. But what you can change is how you move forward. You can decide today that your energy will no longer be wasted on what no longer exists. You can choose to stop mourning the people who forgot you and start building the life that is ahead of you. Imagine a runner in a race keeps looking back. They slow down, they lose focus, and eventually they fall behind. That is exactly what happens when you keep looking back at people who left. Every time you focus on them, you are taking your eyes off your own path. And the longer you do that, the more time you waste that could have been spent growing, achieving, and becoming the best version of yourself. Let go of yesterday. It has already served its purpose. The people who left, the opportunities that passed, the mistakes you made, they are all lessons, not anchors. Stop carrying the weight of the past into your future. Look ahead, focus forward, because the best version of you is not behind you, it is waiting for you to step up and claim it.